Okay guys, so welcome to the introductory tutorial where we are going to discuss basically the $1,000 per day priority pass master resale rights system. Now within this introductory tutorial, I'm going to share with you the tasks that you need to complete in order for you to be able to set up your system. Now this is a simplified step-by-step guide, so please keep in mind I try to reduce it as simple as possible so that everyone can implement it, but later on I am going to show you, if you decide to watch the masterclass, I am going to show you a bit more in depth to what the entire process looks like so that you can have a broader understanding and a bigger picture. Okay, so this is basically the thing we want to start with. Now the first task I want you to understand that you need to focus on and have as a goal is getting followers from social media. Now, social media is great because you can see what other people are doing, you can entertain yourself, you can educate yourself, and find a lot of stuff to do. But the main goal we have is to attract people from social media platform onto your newsletter. Okay, so you want to capture their details. Or, in order for them to be able to do that, you want to offer them to become a follower. Okay, so it's one or the other. You want to capture their details, which I will talk a bit more about it within a couple of minutes from now. But the other side is we also want to get them as a follower. Okay, now the only way we can do that is if we see social media as a platform where we can use as a faucet. Now, if you think about it, in the faucet, you can control how much water are you going to open it up in order for it to release for you or not. Okay, so you're gonna leave it closed or you're gonna open it. You can open the floodgates by opening everything you can or as much as you can, or you can open it a bit so that you can split test things, that you can let the amount that you wish out of it. So within that ideology of using social media as a platform, we want to turn them into a follower. And as I said, if on the other side they don't become a follower, we still want to capture their details, which I will talk about in a bit. But now that you understand what the goal is, we also want to think about the second task, which is to acquire them as a lead. Now, the reason you want to acquire them as a lead, as I talked about with you within a couple of seconds ago, you want to capture their details, especially their email, as the least, as a minimum. You also want to understand that due to that factor of doing that, you can understand the quality of leads you're getting. Okay, I'm not talking about quantity because I don't want you to think, oh, I'm gonna go viral, I'm gonna get a bunch of leads. No, 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 no. Don't think about going viral. Don't think about getting a lot of leads. Why? Because it might be that within the entire bunch of leads you're getting, you might get leads that are worthless. Meaning people who really don't care about you, don't like you, don't want to buy from you, and they still might put their fake emails just to get something out of it. Okay? So they don't think about contributing to you so that you can build something together. They only think about contributing to themselves, which is take away from you. Okay? So no matter the source of which they are coming from, we want to make sure that the main goal here is not quantity but quality, and you don't care about the source. If the source is Facebook, if it's Instagram, if it's TikTok, if it's YouTube, LinkedIn, or Twitter, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you have a form at the beginning so that once people become a lead, you can ask them certain questions, and due to those questions, you can understand if they have a job or not, if they have a business or not, if they have a problem or not, if they're seeking a solution, if they have some funds laying around where they can basically invest into what you have. Okay, so as I said in the beginning, the idea is for you to make money with your newsletter and acquiring followers on social media. Okay, so you want to monetize those followers. But the idea is for you to do that, you need to have a proper structure. So this video is giving you the task of what you need to do. Okay, so the goal will be to get people from social media to become a follower and a newsletter subscriber. The second task you have here is to create your survey. Okay, and I've laid it down within this guide below this video so that you can do exactly what I'm showing you here, and you can see the question that I'm asking because there's a purpose for it. Okay, now you don't need to stick to the exact question that I ask or I personally use, but it will greatly help you understand what's my thinking behind it so that you can also modify yours and or come up with your own variation. Okay, but the main goal is here to understand if they have a job or a business, understand that if they have a problem that you can solve or that they are seeking a solution for, and from there understand if they have funds. If they do have funds because they said they have a job and they kind of point to you like, hey, I also have this amount available, this is golden. Why? Because it's going to leave us to our tip of the day, that due to this factor you can understand the patterns, and due to the patterns create a pitch offer. Okay, an example I've given you here, if you can see that due to the information that they fill out, and if you want to take a minute, have a look at the form here on the left side, what the person filled out. If they're filling this out and you're seeing maybe 3 out of 5, maybe 5 out of 10 or something like that is filling out the same thing over and over and over, you can see a pattern. If a pattern repeats, that means there's a good demand for that thing that they're saying. So from there you can create your pitch or your offer, whatever you want to do. Okay, maybe you have an offer, you want to modify your pitch, or if you have already a pitch idea of something you want to sell but you don't know how to formulate it into a specific written offer, you can see the example here. They are literally telling you what they want. So with this example, I created a live workshop for professionals, how to create high ticket offer that allows them to skip the sales calls and make 3 to 5K per sale. Okay, now I came up with my own variation, but this is the source, is the form. With that, I also put in the regular price, which I sell it at, but then I came up with a special for the person. I say, if you get it now, you'll sell $500, we'll sell it for you at $997. And for them to have an urgency of getting the offer and not skipping on it, not forgetting it, not shrugging it off, I added 2 bonuses that they said they're interested in the form. Within the next 24 hours, if you decide to get it, I will also give you the referral commission. I will also give you 50% affiliate commission. Okay, so think about it for a moment. You are crafting an offer based specifically on what they said they're interested in. This means the offer is highly irresistible or a no-brainer. Okay, people feel like, oh wow, this person listened to me. They really have something they can offer. Okay, now your only responsibility here is that you deliver on the thing that you're offering. Okay, meaning if you're making a promise of them not making phone calls, then within the next thing that you sell them, it cannot be opposite to that. It has to teach them how to not make phone calls and therefore make sales. Okay, so which is again the thing that you're selling them based on the form. Now if we go to the third task, now it gives you an idea how to craft the pitch, because probably you're thinking like, okay, Renal, how do I write it, what do I do, etc., etc. I've given you guys in the task below within this video also a format of, or a prompt, a ChatGPT prompt of a format, how to put it into the prompt and how to get the information that you need. So with this example I've given you guys here on the left side, you can kind of see how it's written out. It does not have to come up the same way. You can play around with it and come up with your own variation. And within that, again, you want to give them a call to action to, hey, check out again the email, read it in full because it's very specific to you, it's customized to you, your needs and wants. Then again, but I'm only giving you 24 hours to act. If you want to act now, let me know. I'll be more than happy to send you the link. Okay, so that's basically it. And the way you want to do it is you want to structure this to be having a desired outcome in it, a fear of pain or problem, a specific time frame or goal, a risk removal, and a privilege urgency bonus. Okay, meaning that if they acquire that bonus, it's a privilege that not everyone gets, but only them. Why? Because they fill out the form. Every people that they not fill out the form does not get those bonuses. All right, so that is what you want to help them understand. Okay, so when you do it like that, they automatically know this is not a randomly chatbot produced, information or reply to them, but this is a manually written information that you carefully review their survey or their response, and from there you came up with the offer for them, customized to their needs and wants. So with this in mind, this I would say outline for developing the ChatGPT prompt or message reply to that person's form, I've also laid it down in the same format for you to understand. So to get the desired outcome, I created a 3-day live workshop. Why 3 day is because I'm charging like $1,000, so I want to make it super high value. If I were to do a workshop only for an hour, I would charge probably like $100 or maybe 200, something like that. But since I'm doing something that I want to charge $1,000 minimum, so that I can make a minimum $1,000 within 30 days, I charge a 3 day. With that 3 day, we spend like 2 to 3 hours on each day for the workshop. Okay. Now, since he said it in the survey, let me just go back for a second to show you that he said what type of solution you ideally want. He said in the survey, you want a masterclass workshop? Okay, fine, no problem. I'll create a 3-day live workshop. Okay, I'll do that. Now, without fear, pain, or problem, I said allows you to skip the phone calls. So then if they're a professional and they work in the corporate world and they know like, oh, there's a lot of people doing phone calls and everything, and they probably don't like that or don't like the corporate environment, they're not gonna go from corporate environment to going and work online and be in a similar situation or a similar environment. They don't want that. They want something totally opposite. Something that has to do with time freedom. Something has to do with not having to deal with maybe clients, etc. So therefore, I created the skip the sales call approach. Okay. Now, the third point was into or a specific time frame or goal. Okay. So I created a 3 to 5K per sale. Why? Because most people in the corporate earn something like that, between 3 to 5K. Some people earn more like 5 to 10, but in general, it's like 3 to 5K. Now, if you go with the solid reversal, I add them a regular price, then a total value of $997 and saving of a $500. Maybe you have a low ticket offer. Maybe you have like something for $200, $300, etc. The reversal will be, hey, I'll give you full refund within like 14 days or within 30 days, etc. Okay, so that's also a reversal, meaning it's a risk that they will not, they can avoid. Okay, so if they take the risk of investing in you, they can avoid the risk by having the guaranteed full refund, or by having a super, I would say like 30% discount or something like that. Okay, something like super great. And the added privilege urgency bonus would be, again, the thing that they said they're interested in, like the referral commission, the 50% commission, etc. Okay, so this is the third task you have to do, is to craft out, based on everything that is coming up, the questions for your survey, so you can understand exactly what they want, how they want it, when they want it, and how you can deliver it to them. Okay, so that's basically it. Now, if you go on the fourth task, okay, you're gonna learn that if you want to make people into followers, because they're strangers, they don't know who you are, and then turn those either stranger or followers into a lead so that they can fill out the form and you can get more details in order for you to sell your offer, you need to post at least once a day or up to 3 times a day. Okay, so it's between 1 to up to 3. I wouldn't recommend you more than 3. I would not recommend you less than 1. Okay, so jump in between 1 and 3. Start with 1 and then work your way up to 3 per day. But start with 1. And if you feel 1 per day is too much, it's a lot of work, it's too much brain power, thinking power, creative power, whatever, then I would highly recommend you do at least 3 a week. So 1 on Monday, 1 on Wednesday, and 1 on Friday. Because during the weekend, most people are with their family, on the road, doing something else, and they're not looking at their social media page, etc. Especially if you guys are on LinkedIn or something. But if you're on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, any of the other like Facebook, etc., keep in mind Monday to Friday is the time most people are looking at their social media stuff. Okay, so focus on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at a minimum. If you can do all of the day of the week, will be great. Okay, which is posting once a week. Now, what you want to do is, again, if you're looking at Meta, which is like the infinite circles stuff-ish, like you can see here by my cursor, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, etc., TikTok, etc. If you look at those things, you want to bring people with your posts, like I added here in the middle with my own like 2 post examples, in order for them to become a follower or a person that comments. If a person comments, that means they liked your content. The content compelled them to comment. So if the content compared to comments, please make sure you produce more content like that. I've given you guys an idea of the things that you can talk about, okay, in a schedule. So you have a Monday schedule, Tuesday schedule, Wednesday schedule, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, etc. Okay, so as you can see, Sunday, Saturday, and Sunday are our lifestyle. Lifestyle is whatever you want, whatever are your hobbies. If you spend time with your family, your girlfriend, your kids, blah blah blah. Okay, but Monday to Friday are the core days that you want to pitch your offer. So the offer is not, hey, buy my stuff. The offer is, hey, join my newsletter or become a follower in order for you to get X, Y, and Z. What is X, Y, and Z? X, Y, and Z is a newsletter. Okay, so it might be a gift, a giveaway, it might be a newsletter, it might be a video training, it might be a YouTube video, you just upload it. Anything that you have that you produced that is of interest to the audience that you're trying to close into a sale, okay, because you know your avatar, that's when you can produce content about it. So if I go back here, the person said, for example, at the beginning in the form, I'm a professional. I am interested in creating an offer. I'm interested in a workshop. I like the concept or idea about earning a small commission for a brand merch, sending referrals. I like the idea of making 50% commission, etc. So on each of those points, you can create a post and create a lead magnet or YouTube video training. So it can be, hey, how, for example, if you're creating a YouTube video training, how professionals can create high ticket offers in order to promote their own expertise or their own skill set within the corporate industry or within the online marketing industry, whatever. Okay, so that's also a title that you can go and create a YouTube content video on. Okay, now of course, if you add all of these data, all this information into ChatGPT can spit out a lot more content ideas, but the main thing will be is to understand this form. Once you have these data as a form, it will be better for you to understand the audience, understand the offer, understand what post you can create. And once you create this post, the goal will be to get followers and to get comments. Okay, now what are the days again? Monday, insight and value. What's the difference between insight and value? I will explain more on that masterclass that I will show you guys in a bit. But between the insight and value, you want to get people to raise their hands and say, I want to know more. Okay, that's the thing. You want to trigger their attention. Why? Because this is going to help you if you post 1 to 3 content formats, meaning a story, a reel, which is a video, and a feed post, which is kind of something similar to a static image or a carousel. Okay, if you use static image, carousel, reel, or story, within all those, it can be sending them information and pitching them the post. Okay, so sorry, pitching them your offer within the post. Okay, so you can do that Monday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Please do not do that in the weekend, because in the weekend, of course, most people are off doing family activities. Okay, but that's basically it. Now, the idea here, the strategy here is the more different things that you post, story, reel, carousel, static post, etc., the more type of audiences you attract to you, because then you will notice that different format attracts different type of clients. Okay, so I personally, for example, do not consume a lot of stories. My wife does. She wakes up in the morning, the first thing that she does is consume a lot of stories. In my case, in my personal situation, I tend to consume a lot of feed and reels. Why? Because due to consuming feed and reels, I get inspiration to produce my own feed and reels as well. Okay, so that's why I choose those things, or I consume them. And based on that, I also see other people's offer, posts, etc. Okay, so that's basically it. Now, what will be the next step for you from here now on? So since you went to this tutorial guide and you are executing these 5 tasks, the idea would be, and I will make an invitation to you to watch the masterclass, because in the masterclass, I'm going to show you the bigger picture of building the system that will help you make $1,000 per day, leveraging the Priority Pass Master Resell rights. Okay, so that's basically the goal, for you to be making at least $1,000 per day. That is not easy if you don't have a system. So this video, this masterclass is going to show you the value of not only developing the process of developing the system, but also the value behind having it. Because once you have a system, you don't have to do it manually anymore. You can delegate it to 1 or 2 team members, and from there, you can have something that's going to produce for you income for the rest of the month without you having to post every day, create content every day, look at your stats every day, etc., etc. Okay, because you want something to be automated. And from there, I even have a segment within the masterclass that talks about how you can earn compounding revenue streams without you having to do extra work. Other words of saying, let other people work for you rather than you having to do extra hours or extra work. Why? Because when other people earn, you earn a percentage of their earnings. That's the level of expertise I want you to get to. But you can only get access to that within the priority pass master resale rights, and I will make that masterclass available to you at the bottom of this tutorial guide. Okay, so I appreciate you for making it so far within the video. I know a couple of minutes, like 10-15 minutes went by super fast, but the idea here is to give you a good understanding about these tasks that you have to complete in order for you to make your first $1,000 within the first 30 days. All right, so I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you on the masterclass and look forward to see you inside the Priority Pass course as well. Take care.